We got to get this interview started. We got a very special guest this morning. Um, Awesome young man, awesome young man. When you get to know him and listen to his platform, I'm very excited because I'm gonna get an opportunity to vote for him for the U.S. Senate. I'm really excited. And I feel good about his candidacy. I feel good about his platform. I feel good because he is he's a good man, and um, in our society, we cannot take that for granted because good men are hard to find these days, and he's a good man, and I'm glad to know him. And I love TikTok because TikTok is introducing me to some phenomenal people. Let me get Mama this link so she can tune in today. Let me get Mama this link. Because Mama said, "Look, Walter, I want to watch you." I said, "Yes, ma'am." So we got to make sure Mama can tune in on YouTube, Senator. So y'all hold tight. We'll be right back. Well, good morning, everybody. I'm not going to spend many minutes on my prelude. I usually talk a little bit before the show gets started. Good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. Sims, host of the Dr. Sims Daily Show. Hey, Mama. I want to give a shout out to Liz Dion for bringing this interview together for us today. She's part of Team Ellison. Really excited about this young man, and he's articulate. He's charismatic. He looks like a senator. You know what I'm saying? He's just down to earth, and he comes from humble beginnings. And without any further ado, the team representative of Team Ellison, the man himself, Alan Ellison. And watch this clip from TikTok. If you don't know him, check this out.
Who's next?
Well, good morning, brother Ellison. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Man, listen, the only way I could be better if I was a Ellison.
Hey, I tell you what, if you hear that again, you know where I got it.
I know, man. Man, listen, well, how did you get involved on TikTok?
I have a very large and a very diverse team. We have a group of Gen Z demographic of people who felt as if the campaign needed to have a presence there. So these wonderful, talented, intelligent young people got me on there just a few months ago.
Okay.
And so, yeah, so we've got a couple of viral videos, and it's been fun. They're having a good time, and that's what it's all about.
Man, I love TikTok. Well, listen, for those few people that don't know you, who is Alan Ellison?
I'm just a country boy from Florida, Hardee County, who's trying to make a positive difference in the world.
Well, that man, you know what? I appreciate your humility, and I was checking out your bio and your website, and I have a fun fact for you. We have something in common. Both of our fathers were pastors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, man. So how did your dad? I was reading your bio. How did your dad convince you to work for that go-kart that you wanted?
Like I was saying earlier, he was getting ready to start a church, but I didn't know that he was going to start a church. And I was 10 or 11 years old, and he told me that if I learned how to play two songs
come on now.
on the piano and play it in church, he would get me a go-kart. And so, I really wanted that go-kart. So I began to take some piano lessons. I learned This Little Light of Mine and Amazing Grace. And I played it in front of a church.
Wow.
And little did I know that he was going to go and start his own church, and I would end up playing for the next 30 plus years.
Wow, man, listen. Now, most piano players that I know in the Baptist church, because I'm a pastor too, they can sing a little bit. Now, can you sing a little bit while you're playing? Can you sing a little bit?
I've had some good days, I've had some hills to climb. And I do a little something.
I've had some weary days. Boy, okay, we don't want to shift this interview. Man, that is phenomenal. Tell us a little bit about your family. Are you married? Do you have children?
Yeah, I'm a husband. I'm a father. My daughter, she's 10, going on 32.
I understand.
You know, my wife, she's an internal medicine physician here in Highlands County.
Okay.
Yeah, so I grew up in Central Florida, in a place called Wauchula, which is population 3,000.
Okay.
In the county of Hardee, the population there is about 12,000 people.
Amen.
And so I grew up in a very rural agricultural community. And another interesting fun fact about me is that when I was 10,
okay,
I needed a haircut for the 5th grade banquet.
Wow.
And there wasn't any ethnic barbershops to go to where I'm from. There still isn't.
Okay.
So I ended up taking my dad's clippers and cutting my own hair.
Wow.
And I had so many patches in the back of my head, they started calling me patches. But the experience of cutting hair and holding those clippers and the vibration and all of that and the artistic aspect of how to make clippers do what they do to hair.
Wow.
It really inspired me. And I've been cutting hair ever since I was 10. So I've been cutting hair now for about 30 years.
How about
and
that?
I currently own a salon and spa where I'm the operator and owner.
You are such an interesting young man. So let us all know, because I am a registered voter in Florida. And good morning again, everybody. Hey, Troy. Hey, Miss Rose. Hey, Miss Vanessa. Hey, everybody. And everybody's tuning in. Hey, Liz.
Hey, Liz.
I'm excited. I'm excited that I'm going to have an opportunity to help elect you for the U.S. Senate. And so kind of tell everybody what got you interested in politics?
Well, I was an education major back in 2000, what year was this? 2001?
Okay.
No. What was this? Back in 2000.
Okay.
So in 2000, I had just completed my cosmetology program at South Florida State College. And then I enrolled back into school to study education.
Okay.
And part of the curriculum required me to take an American government course.
Okay.
And so when I was taking that American government course, Dr. Fitzgerald, he was the professor for that particular course. He was talking about making social impact through policy.
Okay.
And the way he taught that course really inspired me to want to know more about our government, how it works, how people can utilize policy to make impact in the lives of people. So I ended up changing my major from education to political science.
How about that?
And that was kind of like my start into the political arena. And then I ended up graduating with my degree in political science from Florida Southern College in 2007.
Okay.
And I began to become very active in the community when it came to helping people to start businesses, helping people to understand policy, and working to advocate on behalf of organizations and individuals in Washington, D.C. With members of the United States House of Representatives.
Okay. Okay.
And so that advocacy work was really the beginning of my hands-on experience when it came to policy and stuff like that. So I ended up running for the U.S. House of Representatives myself in 2018.
Wow.
Following the death of the Democratic nominee, April Freeman. By the time she passed away, there was only 30 days left before the general election, and Florida had a special election. I ran in the special election. I won 52% of the vote over 3 other Democratic contenders. And then there was only 28 days left. And by the time I had won the election, the ballots for the state were already printed up. So I ran in the 2018 congressional race without my name on the ballot.
Wow.
But we were very successful in the amount of people we were able to reach, that the final vote count was about 40%. I had gained 117,000 votes in 28 days in the state's largest congressional district and the most red without my name on the ballot.
Wow.
So that was like the start of the movement that we have now. And now that I'm running a full-fledged race against Senator Marco Rubio, we are continuing to build our coalition, and we are continuing to lead without major corporate donors, without mass media coverage,
That's awesome.
without the backing of the party. We are still reaching about 10 million people every 28 days through the platforms that we have built.
That is phenomenal, young man. So that being said, great segue into the next question that I have. So why should someone that's standing in a ballot box and standing there with two choices, the current Senator, Brother Rubio, and they have you on the ballot to choose from, why should somebody click your name and vote for Allen Ellison?
Because unlike a lot of other candidates, I actually spend a great deal of my time working to understand the issues of the people.
That's good.
It is something that is very important to me. I am the most engaging, I am the most responsive candidate in the United States. I have the most town halls, I have the most virtual discussions. And the reason I do this is because I have this belief system that if you don't know who I am, if you don't know what keeps me up at night, then how are you going to truly and effectively represent my interests?
That's good.
So if I want to be your representative, if I want to be your senator, then it is incumbent upon me to get to know you and your interests. So that's why I hold these public discussions, so that I can learn, because it really is a partnership between the representative, the senator, and the constituents. And so we have to be able to work together. So I would ask for your vote, not just to win the office, but I would ask for your vote, support, and partnership so that we can build together. This is a partnership, and that's what separates me from every other politician that I'm running with.
That's good. So you're elected now, 2022. You got the blessing of the people of Florida. You represent Florida. What's your agenda for your first 100 days? The thing is, I try to educate people that it's really not about my agenda. It's about the people's agenda. And there are 55,000 different issues, and out of those 55,000 different issues, they literally affect millions of people. So what I have looked at is, in my discussions, in my town halls, I have tried to find those issues that are impacting the most amount of people. So this is what I have found. One, everyone needs health care. That's right.
So that's why a universal healthcare system, so that everyone, but no one should be broke trying to pay for healthcare.
Wow.
That's number one. Everyone needs not only a job, but they need a good paying job. And some people need to be able to have the resources that they need to strengthen or start their businesses, because businesses, small businesses, are the backbone to our economy, and our economy is the backbone to the global economy. So we have to do everything in our power to keep people healthy, to make sure they have financial resources, but also to be able to make sure that for all of the women that are being paid less than men for the same level of work, like, it is illegal already since 1963 under the Equal Pay Act, as well as under the 1964 Civil Rights Act, Title VII. It is illegal, but there are no teeth in the law to enforce companies to make sure that they are paying women equally for the same work. And what I would like to be able to do is to write a law that creates a commission that oversees all of these employers to make sure that they are doing what they are supposed to be doing under the law. And not only that, I want to be able to go back 30 years and get back pay for women who have been paid less than men for the same level of work. And that would have impact on millions of families, especially here in America when we have women who are at the head of the household. Dr. King said if you are in a race and someone is ahead of you, if you're going to win that race, either they're going to have to slow down or you're going to have to speed up.
Oh, that's
but
good.
If nothing changes, you will forever be behind in that race. And right now we have too many people that are left behind because of poor policy. And so the thing that I want to be able to do is to make sure that for all of those disability recipients that are on disability, that are having a very hard time trying to make ends meet with a small amount of resources that they're receiving from the disability benefits, I want to increase those disability benefits. I want to make sure that if you have been deemed disabled by a medical physician, that you're not being denied by an administrator. And I know that people are being denied year after year, sometimes up to 8 years. And if you can't work and you're disabled, then the thing that does not stop is the bills that come due every month. So we want to make sure that we are improving the quality of life for everyone. The other thing that I want to do is I want to introduce a bill that helps to reduce the rate of suicide among our veterans, because right now 22 veterans are dying by suicide each and every day. I want to create a system whereby if someone is having a mental health disturbance, rather than calling 911 and having officers come on the scene and possibly it ends in something tragic, we should have a 511 system where social workers, mental health care workers can be the first responders to come on scene to do what they do professionally to help de-escalate the situation and bring calm. There's so many things that I want to be able to do. But in order for me to be able to do it, I have to be in the United States Senate.
Amen. 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 So that being said, great segue, man. I am so thankful that you're here today. Good morning again, everybody. Hey, Shalonda. Hey, Miss Vanessa. Hey, Rose. Hey, Troy. This is Alan Ellison. For those few that don't know him, he's a candidate for the U.S. Senate for the state of Florida. He's going to be representing them. And we just got through talking about our agenda for his first 100 days. So what are a couple of your challenges running for office? Before you answer that question, when you broached this subject with Mrs. Ellison and said, baby, I got my feet wet, I want to run for the U.S. Senate, what did your wife and daughter say when you told them over dinner that you wanted to run for a political office?
She said, you must be crazy.
Yeah, that sounds like the missus.
No, but truthfully, it's this is what I have gone to school for, and more than that, this is my spiritual gift.
Amen.
To help people. Helping people is what I do each and every day. It is the very thing that defines my existence. It is my purpose on this plane, and the fact of the matter is that when I'm helping people every day, like, for example, the other day, someone inboxed me on Twitter and they said, my hot water heater is busted.
Wow.
My roof is leaking. My shower is broken. I'm on a fixed income and there's nothing that I can do to bring any relief to my situation. Wow. Is there anything that you can do to help?
Wow.
So I put out a post on Twitter, and I have about 125,000 followers, but I put out that post to let the people know that this was a situation dealing with one of the citizens of the state.
Right.
And people began to ask, how can I help? So I didn't want people to try to jump in and say, I'm that person, help me out. So I just said, just DM me. And when they started sending me messages about how can they help,
that's awesome.
I just gave them the person's Cash App, Zelle, and the contributions started to pour in. And then when the person reached back out, they said, listen, I got all that I need to be able to get all of this taken care of. I've contacted a contractor, and we're going to get this taken care of. Thank you so much. So I appreciate the platform that I have to be able to help people in that way. But to be honest with you, running for the United States Senate, if I were to become the senator, the same amount of time that it took to put together a post to get help for that one person,
that's good.
I policy in the same amount of time to be able to act hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people with the same level of effort. And so for me, it is really about
that's good
maximizing my spiritual gift of helping people. And my family understands this about me, and they support me in that endeavor.
Wow, that's awesome, my brother. Well, listen, I appreciate you stopping by, man, and sharing your heart with us. And we're praying over you, praying for you, that God will just expand your territory and bless you and cover you and your family, man. And how can people help, and how can people join Team Ellison?
Well, they can visit AllenEllison.com, and from that website, they can volunteer. We are always looking for volunteers. We have over 1,000 volunteers in this campaign. People that I call social change agents, people that want better for their society. And we help to provide resources, tools, software to help people amplify our message and amplify their own voices. Because what we have found is that there are people on the campaign that have discovered a new talent. They have discovered that they can reach people with the tools that we have given them, and they have gone on to become quite popular on the internet with their ideas and with their. And so it's an empowering thing, but also we need to be able to reach further, which means the message that we have, we need for as many people as possible to hear this message, because it is a message that transcends party lines. But in order for us to do that, it takes financial resources. My opponent, Marco Rubio, has $6 million of cash on hand. And so we have raised about $130,000.
Okay.
And yet we haven't spent any of that money on ads, but we want to get to a point where we can start purchasing television ads so that we can reach even more people. So if you want to make an impact and you want to help our campaign, then please visit AllenEllison.com, make a contribution, join our movement. Our movement is growing each and every day.
That's good.
And please follow us on social media, Allen Ellison, website, Facebook, Instagram. You can find us on every social media platform, and continue to share with your friends and family that there is a young man from Hardee County that is out here working diligently to try and make an impact, a positive impact in your life. That is what means the most to me. And even if I don't make it, which I know that I will, to the United States Congress, I will continue to fight for your interests. I will continue to do all the things that I do each and every day to make positive impact in the lives of so many people. Because this is who I am. This is my gift.
Oh, God bless you, man. I'm proud of you, man, and I feel like we're brothers, man, and I support you. I honor you, and just so very proud of you, and I'm glad TikTok brought us together. Well, listen, thanks again for being here, man. We appreciate you. We're rooting for you, man. We love you and your family, and man, high five, man, and God bless you. And if you need us, just reach out, and I'm Team Ellison, Allen.
All the way.
Well, listen, man, you be encouraged, man.
Thank you so much.
No, you welcome.
You taking the time to let me.
You welcome, man. Well, listen, God bless you, man, and we'll be seeing you soon, okay? That's Allen Ellison, y'all. Man, that was an awesome interview, y'all. That was an awesome interview. Well, listen, y'all, hold tight. We're going to play a quick commercial, and we're going to jump right into the Shaking My Head segment. This generation, that's all I'm going to say, this generation.
Hey now, if you'd like to donate today to the Dr. Walter Sims Show, please donate at Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Yes, that's Cash App, $WALTERHSIMS. That's Cash App, $Walter H. Sims.
don't know how many of y'all know this gentleman they call Kevin Samuels. He's a image consultant, a relationship guru. He's pretty direct and to the point. There's a move afoot to cancel him on YouTube and Instagram. I don't know necessarily what sparked it, but listen to this clip that I got off TikTok. This generation believes they know everything. They don't want any instruction. You can't criticize what they do. You cannot talk about their lifestyle. They have a spirit of entitlement. And women of color, especially black women, are angry, single, and he says you're basically gonna die alone with a dog or a cat. The men of today, especially the upper echelon of men, the 1%, the 10%ers, he said they're not buying that. If they are competitive, if they are successful, productive, they're not putting up with a lot of foolishness. And he says to the women a lot of times, you got all of y'all are fishing for these 10% of men, and you're overlooking the other 90% of men who really have what you need. He said, you want a high value man, but are you a high value woman? And so his whole platform, he really challenges it. And I've reached out to him to have him on my show because one of the things that he preaches, if you will, is you have to be accountable to men and women. You have to be accountable. What are you doing to position yourselves for the type of person that you want? And this generation, they think they know everything. They are soft as Charmin toilet paper, wet Charmin toilet paper. But anyway, listen to this clip and I'll be right back.
There's a petition going around to cancel Kevin Samuels. Now, here's the thing that's very interesting for me before I get deep into that. We have yet to come together on a united front for anything. Black people, black women, on a real united front to propel us to a better situation. However, you've got this man that you have to click on his video. You have to call into his platform to get his advice. And now we want to cancel him. I don't like this cancel culture. I don't like every time we don't like what a person's saying, we want to shut them up. How did it feel when you were a kid and your parents didn't like you what you wanted to say, or they didn't like what you were saying, they always were shutting you up? Or how do you like any conversation when a person doesn't like what you're saying, they're shutting you up? You don't like that, but y'all think it's okay to play with people's platforms because you're soft as wet tissue. This is some sucker shit. If I've ever seen some sucker shit, this is it. This is it. And I'm saying this respectfully, even as I can. As respectfully as I can, even though it's going to be taken disrespectfully. We are a soft, sucker ass generation. All we want to do is complain. We don't want to come together to do anything to better ourselves. We don't want to take any counsel, any guidance. We want to question everything as if we have the authority to even be questioning what we question it. Because what is your degree? What is your stance? What are you proficient in? What are you a professional in? What do you have authority to speak over? You see what I'm saying? But y'all always want to pull somebody's card and shit. I just don't understand that. As far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong here, hands up, don't shoot, but I've never noticed Kevin Samuels to tag any of these women in his videos and say, I'm talking about you. So how would you then take offense to what he's saying unless you felt it was some validity, unless you were the dog that was hit and was made to holler? Because only hit dogs holler. So what is the issue here? I'm having a problem with it, and I think we really need to check ourselves. I do. I don't think we need to be in an age of people getting their hands held. It is what it is. And if you don't like him, unfollow him. If you don't like him, don't click on his video. If you don't like him, don't try to call into his show. But to cancel his stuff is some sensitive, sucker, weak bullshit. Now, if we gonna get together on the collective to do something better for ourselves, I can see it. But we're not gonna do that because that's real work. We just want to fuck with people because we don't want to be told nothing. And we want to be in our feelings. We're in the era of being in your feelings, sensitive and soft. Y'all are terrible.
Yeah, one thing, I heard one thing, and y'all forgive the language, but she didn't say anything we haven't heard before. I heard another clip the other day about Kevin Samuels. This gentleman posted something about him. He said y'all have called him thing but wrong. Nobody can say that Kevin Samuels has said anything wrong. With all the foolishness that's on the internet, you want to just simply counsel somebody that's telling you something you don't want to hear, but you're by yourself. Okay. And that's something he says on his platform. What you're doing is not working. And I mean, it's the same with me. Anybody that's in personal development, you can counsel all of us because we're saying something you don't agree with. And like the young lady said, if you don't like Kevin Samuel, you don't have to follow him. He's not out here clamoring for people to jump on his platform. Y'all are going to his platform. But let me come up 100 feet and generically say this. If what you're doing isn't working and you keep doing the same thing, that is the definition of insanity. And we are partly to blame for this generation. We've coddled them their entire life. Now they are of age and you can't tell them anything. Can't tell them a thing. Blows my mind. It blows my mind. I'm mind blown. That's why I put this in this segment. It blows my mind. It really blows my mind. The spirit of entitlement, the arrogance, the self-righteousness, it's just whoo, don't talk to them about God. They don't even want to subscribe to any type of religion or spirituality. They know everything. Oh, they know everything. They fine. They want to be president, CEO, and haven't done one iota of anything. Oh, but they know everything. And they get mad at him because he said, ladies, he said the clock is ticking. Y'all have this self-imposed time pressure, but time is winding up on you. You hit that year 27, time is winding up on you. He said, you don't have to listen to me. He said, you don't have to listen to me. He said, when you go visit a cemetery, and women, especially black women, are dying alone. He said, there are no couples anymore. Women of color are dying by themselves. I mean, like, don't shoot the messenger. Thank you, Miss Vanessa. Don't shoot the messenger. Come on, Shalonda. You feel me? It blows my mind. Let's do it. Desire, a strong feeling of wanting to have something or wishing for something to happen. What's your desire? What do you want? And that's my coaching. That's what's up, Doc, today. What do you want? And that's a question he asked 80% of the women. He asked this question to, what do you want? And they come back and say, I don't know. Do you want to be married? Well, yes. What? Do you want children? I don't know yet. And it cracks me up when they talk about, well, I'm being celibate now. He said, do you have children? Yes, I got 2 children. You've already given it up. It blows my mind. It just blows my mind. This is the hardest question for people to answer. What do you want? People don't know. And I'm asking you, put this on your social media platform. Put this on your social media platform. Ask your followership. Ask them, what do you want? 2 out of 10 people can give you a straightforward answer. Then when you say, what do you want? What are you doing to get what you want? What kind of work are you putting in? I'm working on my new book, and that's a template I put together for the back of my guide, Love's Law of Attraction. And a lot of time people don't know what they want, because one of the things I work with singles is put out a template. Write out as specific as you can. Write out the type of individual that you want in your life. And the follow-up to that is, how do you line up with the person that you want? Would that person want you? And that's another thing he asked single women. Okay, you articulate what you want in a man, but what does the man that you want? Do you feel what I'm saying? Does that man that you want, does he want the type of woman that you are? And boy, they get hot as fish grease. But this is the toughest question for people to answer. What do you want? And I'm giving you this assignment. I'm giving you this homework assignment. Audit your life with the question, am I happy and do I have what I want? Decide to stop settling. And if you still are found wanting, if you still got this gut feeling that I don't know what's going on, reach out to me and I can help you. All right? Listen, guys, this has been a good show today. I want to thank Alan for stopping by for a few minutes. This has been a good show, amen. Thank you, Team Ellison, for stopping by. Excited about his campaign, excited for what he has the potential to do for the state of Florida. And I love each and every one of you. Support the Dr. Sims Daily Show if you can. If you're on my YouTube channel, click that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. And we'll be back Sunday for church, and then be back Tuesday for another guest on the Dr. Sims Daily Show. And if you know anybody that would like to be interviewed or share what they're doing, they got the keys to understanding, send them my way. Send me a shout out at the Dr. Sims Daily Show at gmail.com. And remember, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you.
Hey now, if you'd like to donate today to the Dr. Walter Sims Show, please donate at Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Yes, that's Cash App, $WALTERHSIMS. That's Cash App